We will now look at the append method. The append method is used to insert the element to the back of the list. Again, we have two scenarios, one single linked list with already some elements inserted and one which is empty. The heading of the method, public boolean append, it receives the integer new element as parameter. So the first line of code there creates a new element, element temp equals new element, and it passed the new element integer as parameter for the element class constructor, which will create the element. The next line of code check whether the temp element was created successfully. If not, it will return false, else it will continue with the code. The next line of code after the else, if head equals null, basically head has not been assigned yet, so we're sitting with an empty list looking something like this. Then both the head and the tail must now refer to my newly created element. So let's create that element. There it is. Both my head and my tail are now referencing it, and each next has not been assigned, so it will still be null. The next part of code, the else there, so if it is not an empty list, then the tail.next equals temp. So my tail, this is where tail is, this is basically the tail, where the tail pointer is pointing to. So the tail.next must now point to my newly created element. So let's create our element. My tail.next must now point to my temp element that I've just created. And again, the next for that temp element has not been assigned, so it will point to null. Then I still need to deal with the tail pointer. It must now move to my newly created element temp. So in the next line of code there, as you can see, tail equals temp. So the tail will now move to the newly created element temp, looking something like that. So if the element was appended successfully, then it will return true, and that is the append method.